is United open to rash offers? Marcus Rashford, what's your understanding of his position? I suppose he's risen in a lot of England fans' perspective over the course of the tournament. But where does his club future lie at the moment?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, and I do think it was a big surprise that he didn't get named in the England squad, and I think it was possibly not the right decision. He's a very popular figure and an excellent player. I thought he was England's most dangerous attacker at the last World Cup in Qatar, and to not make this squad would have been a bit of disappointment, and it's robbed Gareth Southgate of a really good option. But in terms of his club future, Teddy, that he's just signed a new contract, and a very lucrative one at that, which makes this much more complicated, because the salary would need to be matched or bettered by another club. There will need to be a market to pay a transfer fee that will be sizable, to say the least. Of course, if a massive offer comes in for Marcus Rashford, I'm sure Manchester United would consider it for him or pretty much any other player, and I'm sure Marcus Rashford would have something to think about. But what he's always said is that he's a Manchester United boy, and it's his sort of dream to be successful there. And as far as we know, that will continue. Let's see if the offers come to the fore. There's been so much speculation about him over the years, and it's never materialised. Last season wasn't the best by his standards for many reasons on his part, and also probably on the team manager club part. On the flip side, the previous season he scored 30-odd goals and showed us the Marcus Rashford we all know. So look, I think there will be much more movement with other players at Manchester United in and out before the Marcus Rashford one comes to the fore, and maybe it won't, and maybe he'll stay. And if he does, he'll be looking to have a much better season than happened last time round.
Absolutely, we'll keep across that situation. Talking of plenty of movement at Manchester United, the eye has bottom left-hand corner. Miguel, United talks progress with Bayern over Matias de Ligt deal. Does that seem like a good marriage there for you? Miguel, can you hear me, Miguel? Just say Matias de Ligt.
I can indeed tell you. I'm in a hotel here and the internet connection just dropped. So just
just de Ligt to Man United. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've tried to, or the centre half is one of the major issues in the team for, I suppose, almost half a decade now, going back to Mourinho's time. It's one of many areas they want to replenish. They have actually looked at de Ligt before. It had been broached when he went to Juventus back in 2019, 5 years ago now. So there is an existing interest. And also it makes sense to freshen up. Although, I watched him actually in Europe a few times this season, including against Arsenal and Madrid. And there are maybe elements of his game still to work on, but I think it would be an upgrade for United.
We will keep across the situation with Matias de Ligt and all the potential movement at Manchester United. I want to discuss a more sobering story regarding staff at Manchester United, David. It appears in the Mail and the Star. The Mail here, United set to axe a quarter of their staff, 250 of 1,112 employees, writes Mike Keegan. Just wonder, what will this do for the atmosphere around the club?
Yeah, it's a pretty brutal one at that. And Mike Keegan's exclusive this morning. It was a situation that won't have gone down well with many of the staff. There was a meeting and it sounds like there was silence in the room. A lot of people were stunned and shocked and disappointed and worried because this is their livelihoods. And so deeply unpleasant. It wouldn't have been nice for, I think it was Jean-Claude Blanc, the interim chief executive, who had to deliver the news. And Manchester United, clearly, Ineos are cutting back. They're trying to make this a more lean organisation. They'll view it as years of largesse and excess and a bloating of the staff base and roles that perhaps they believe don't need filling or are not right for the here and now. Maybe they were at one point. And many will be looking at it and saying, well, you're hiring sort of sporting directors and directors of recruitment and, you know, looking to make transfers, but you can't keep staff on. I think United would see it differently and sort of say, look, we need to hire the right people in the right roles and try and focus all of our attentions in making the right decisions and getting this football team back on track. But this sort of thing is never easy, but all indications from when Ineos have come in were that this sort of thing was going to happen. And now we're seeing it, and it has human consequences, which is not nice, but sadly it is the way of the world and many businesses.
Indeed, we wish all the people involved at Manchester United the best as well, and we'll keep across the story here at Sky Sports News.